at this. Right, so we arrived last night, hooked up, and this morning, what a beautiful sight. Gonna get off now. Leaving Brighouse and the hippie boat and the whoever the other one was. I love that. What a beautiful way to bring some colour to an otherwise sort of like fairly boring wharf here. That's beautiful. I've gotta love some graffiti. Right, well, we're now out onto the river. We're just waiting for Madame Windlass. Move that, it's a bit dangerous. And then hopefully none of the flood locks are going to be shut. This is why we were stranded here for a week, whatever it was, 2 weeks or something, a couple of years ago. Ree! Onward! This is Marley ever so gradually torturing and dissecting a ball he found on the side of the canal. I would have been tempted to extend our little trip a bit more by doing the Huddersfield Narrow. And then perhaps, who knows, doing the Ashton, and it wouldn't happen. A certain person wouldn't have it. Can't imagine that will be there for a lot longer. Right, about to go out onto another river section. Today's video is going to be a bit sort of disjointed really, because you've seen all these sections, haven't you, as we were coming up, but just thought I'd get a quick cap on there just to show you the state of repair. Joy of joys, just come through Murfield, and there's about 60 fishermen. No, actually probably not that many. Well, not far off anyway. Moored on the lock stage as we come off the flood lock. Moored on the sat on the lock stage, sat on the visitor moorings as well. So it's a good job we didn't want to moor there, otherwise we'd have had to have told him to fuck off. But I don't know, I get the impression if I was to moor on a fishing peg, I'd get all sorts of fucking grief. But it's alright for them to set all their tackle up on a visitor moorings. It's a fucking Sunday, people might want to be visiting. Anyway, I am loving these autumn colours. This is about as dangerous as it gets, boys and girls. We have got a lot of water coming through there. Charlotte, get that ground paddle up. Alright, okay. This is, if I zoom out, you'll see. So story is, we got here, this poor chap here was waiting to go out, and with all this water coming in, obviously There's no way those gates are going to open. I'm now feeling a little bit, ooh, don't like this. And this lot could very easily flood the back of your boat, and you end up, what's the term? Sunk. So this gate just isn't closing and the water's coming in underneath. We're going to need to fill this lock quite quickly because I don't like this at all. It makes for an interesting video. It's a good job you can't smell it because I think I've nearly shit myself. Wait for CRT now.
I think he's gone.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know though.
No. Hold it up again then.
It's better. You open it or shut it?
See if it'll...
Close,
I
hang
think
on.
I've moved it in front of this, whatever it is.
There's still a little bit of a bounce back on
Yeah,
it.
I think it's here.
Looks promising.
Open this one up a bit.
Any more?
Just hold it there a sec. See if it'll close. Both of them. Yeah.
That
went
felt better.
Yes, we have a match. Wait, stop it, you. That looks good.
You've been on all summer then?
Yeah, left in May, and yeah, this is the first real issue that we've had, and this is how it should look instead of whoosh whoosh. Now before we was at about this level and it was coming over. Now it would have been flooding the back of the boat. So yeah, brilliant. Whew. We will live to sail another day. Oh, right, well, okie doke, we're through. Look at this. How exciting was that, boys and girls? Just remembered, we had trouble once with boats getting stuck in there because someone had a big fender. I think I might have mentioned that on the way up, and his fender got so wedged that two boats would, had they started letting water in, one of them would have probably sunk. Hey, look at that, we're off again. Right, onward we go to Greenwood Lock. Every day's an adventure, eh, Marley? Worth saying that this guy here, who was stuck in the lock, only had the boat 4 days. What sort of shit luck is that? But as I said to him, at least, you know, you're getting your bad luck out of the way early on. I think that's the worst we've had in 15 odd years, so it's not bad going, is it really? Hi guys. Hey, on our way to Wakefield. Look at that, isn't that good? Hey. Don't know what that was. It's Charlotte shaking. Right, so we're kind of working out now, because of our delay, how far we might think we can get. I think Stanley Ferry's probably out of the question for today, but we'll see. It's now 3 o'clock, so we've got a couple of hours. It depends how quickly we get down past Dewsbury, then shoot into Wakefield, and I could probably, because we're leaving Charlotte, or I'm leaving Charlotte in Wakefield, she's going back to get the car. Before I was then she was gonna go and get the car, I was gonna then bang on to Stanley Ferry. It's quite nice coming up with another boat. We'll see. We've got a couple of hours of sailing yet, so provided there's no more iffy locks, we should be fine. Fortuitous that, look at that. Got a boat coming through the floodlock under the bridge and then a train going over. Marley, it's almost like we're making a proper film, mate. Can't remember the guy's name on the boat behind, he did tell me. God, I'm bloody useless, aren't I? Actually, he did tell, what he said was, what's his name? I said Marley. He said mine's then something or other. And I thought he meant his dog, but he actually meant his. And then he said, what's yours? And I thought, eh? And then he meant my name. I know, I'm a bit slow at times, me, than us. Right, so I think we should be alright to get shot down toward Dewsbury. I'm tempted, you know. I think we're going to have to do that final bit down to Wakefield. We've got, I don't know, 6, 7 locks, something like that, 8 maybe. So it just means that I'll fuck Charlotte off back to collect the car, and then I'll go with this guy from Fall Ing down to Stanley Ferry. Yeah, I'm guessing Brighouse is only 20 minutes or so on a train from Wakefield. I've no idea. I wish I hadn't forgot his name. That is really rude, terribly rude. But I'll get him some decent. I'll get him some decent photos to show for his journey, bringing his journey home. He's going to Sheffield. Don't know if I mentioned that. He's on his way to Sheffield, I think, to the Keys. Got a horrible feeling I've picked something up on the prop, you know. Feels a bit wibbly. See if I can clear it. That feels a little bit better. Or does it? Yeah, doesn't feel too bad. Anyway, we've scrubbed some apples back at Greenwood Lock. Charlotte found an apple tree, so we took, it's there on top there, apple picker, and she's got, well, half a bag full. So those who follow my strange and eclectic YouTube channel will know at the same time as these videos there's a series of brewing, winemaking and cider making videos. Those will appear probably sooner than this video, because all my boating videos are running quite a bit behind. I think there's about 20 to go up. I'm sorry about that for people who don't like the boating videos, sorry. But you'll have seen the cider video before now, I expect. We'll probably have drunk the cider by the time this video goes out. Anyway, apart from fucked up lock, which wasn't too bad when the guy from CRT came along, and this is the thing, the actual people on the ground are brilliant. The volunteers are sometimes a bit iffy. The management just need taking out and horsewhipping. CRT management, fuck me, they are dire and have no idea how the waterways work. At least, like, you know, your lockies and your people on the ground, and you know, the maintenance and engineering staff who haven't been sacked off, obviously, really do know what they're doing most of the time. And you know, as I've said a few times now, some of the volunteers are brilliant. I think early on in this trip we had I think just a couple of unlucky volunteers who, or we were unlucky to have volunteers who had some kind of other agenda. They seem to be on a bit of a kind of power trip, really. I think I've documented that quite clearly, but I'm starting to change my mind a little bit on volunteers, because I know that that's probably one of the only real solutions, long-term solutions. I don't like the idea that they're displacing proper jobs, though. That does worry me very significantly. Right, I think I'll try and get him coming under this bridge. That'll be a nice little keepsake photo for him. No, can't remember his name. Kelvin. I'm gonna have to ask him in the next lock. I'm gonna have to eat humble pie and say, I'm very sorry, I've forgotten your name already. I could call him Frank. I should just call him Frank, shouldn't I? Because that's what his boat's called. Oh, I was expecting you to jump up then, Marley. Here we are. Not sure if that's going to be any good as a photo, but how are we doing? It's not too bad. 3 o'clock, it's just gone 3. I think Wakefield's doable. That last river stretch, questionable in the dark, but yeah. Should we do it, Marley? Yeah. I think we should have a go. Melvin. I'll probably forget in a couple of minutes. I'll have to keep coming back and review this video, but his name's Melvin. And the boat's called Frank. Just want to catch some of this beautiful autumn light. The sky does look a bit iffy, but wow, those beautiful autumn colours. Best laid plans and all that sort of thing. Figure of 3, and we got a real problem with that lock. It's just set us back another, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. Ooh, so here's the thing, we're not going to Stanley Ferry because the last train from, or direct train without having to go 2 hours via Leeds, from Wakefield to Brighouse is at 10 to 6. We ain't gonna make that. Highly unlikely we're gonna make that. We're not gonna make that. So we're gonna moor up in Wakefield, find something to eat, and then early tomorrow morning Charlotte's gonna go get the car. I'm gonna sail down and yeah, and leave Stanley Ferry fairly early-ish. Melvin has decided to come with us, which is a good sign because it means we can share all the locks, and it will definitely make it easier for him as well, even though he's done right well. I mean, that was a fucker of a lock. This, by the way, is where they've had to rebuild the entire lock here when it all got flooded, like that, flooded. Broad cut, boys and girls, where Canal and River Trust are trying to evict all the moorers here on the pretense of it being a flood risk. Now, I don't know. I guess they're covering their arses in case it is a flood risk. There have been some assessments done, but is it just another excuse to get rid of boaters to somewhere else? I don't know. I really don't know. I know that CRT do not like online moorings. But CRT just don't like boaters. Yeah, during this whole trip, it's not the same time. During this whole trip, I've wondered whether we might spot Bob somewhere. Those who don't know, Bob was our little one similar to that. Probably about the same size, but slightly different design. And Bob got stolen. Someone stole our Bob. We haven't seen it anywhere. I think Bob's long gone. Well, broad cut bottom lock has taken a while to fill, putting us even further back on our journey. It's now 6 o'clock and we got help there from Captain Birdseye. And look at these, it's not often you see a set of lock gates waiting to go in. I keep wanting, whenever I see a set like that, I want to go over with a felt pen and write my name on the very bottom. It's going to be dark by the time we get to Wakefield. 6:30, last lock of the day. Oh, this is to beat the young children with. Last lock of the day. What was I saying? Last lock of the day. As we come round on that bridge, that's Melvin over there, look. As we come round on that bridge, someone let a firework off. So I'm being a little bit, you know, cautious here. This is definitely the last lock, Chris. Well, for today anyway. By heck. Crunch. Oh, I better go over. Hang on a minute. Can't remember the last real bit of night cruising we did was probably as we was headed up towards Birmingham. Proper night sailing, look. There's Melvin. There's Madame Windlass. There's Wakefield. That wide angle lens is pretty shit in terms of aperture size. As soon as we get to there, much better. God almighty. The morning after the dark entrance the night before. So yes, we did have a dark entrance. A dark entrance. Yeah, I might re-record this. And then we just tied up, got a takeaway and went to bed. It was a bit of a longer day yesterday than we thought. What was that lock? So yeah, so this is the end of the previous day's video. Next we'll be coming back for the Monday jaunt, which won't be very long. It'll be a quick jaunt down to Stanley Ferry. That's it. If you like this stuff, a subscription would be lovely. If you haven't already done so, click the little thumbs up, tells YouTube's algorithm that this absolute nonsense might be worth suggesting to other people. And if you subscribe and click the little bell thing, it'll tell you whenever we're doing more rubbish. Until next time, thanks for watching. Whatever you're doing, do it safely. Cheers.